Hello and welcome to Rick Martin's Blender tutorial on making a gingerbread man in Blender 2.5 Alpha 0. Now to start with, we'll change the view to a flat view of the side by pressing number key 1. We'll zoom in a little bit. Now we want to go into mesh mode, so you hit tab. We'll flatten this view out a little bit by hitting number 5. And we want to subdivide, then unselect everything by hitting A. Hit C, bring up your select. Now delete these 3 vertices, and you're automatically selecting the 3 behind, so you're deleting half the cube. Now select all the vertices, go over to the right side, go to modifiers, add a modifier, and mirror. Now everything you do on the selected vertices will be mirrored on the x-axis. We'll unselect everything, bring up our circle, select these 2, and E for extrude, bring it out. Now we're making the arms for our gingerbread man. Okay, unselect, circle. Now this will be our feet. E for extrude. One more. And the little foot. Now we go out of edit mode by hitting tab, and then go over to the modifiers, hit apply, and it disappears. Now go back into edit mode and add a mesh. We're adding a cube. G for grab. Bring it up. You want them to overlap a little bit. This will be his head. Now we'll add a modifier, subdivision surfaces. Now bring it up to at least 3. I like 3. And rendering, pump it up to 4. Now come to a side view. Now we want to shrink, hit S, then hit Y to constrain to the Y-axis, but nice and thin. Number 1 to go back to our front view. Now leave edit mode, and we're going to add a UV sphere. Hit grab, bring it up to the face, shrink down, S is shrink. Now go into edit mode. Hold down S and hit D, or Shift and hit D. That doubles it. Still a little too big. So I'll actually delete the one I just made and shrink down the original. That's a good size. So I'll duplicate it again. And then Shift duplicate. Now we made our face. Leave it at mode. Go to the side, that's 3. Now we want to move them ahead a bit so they stick out about halfway. Now we want to add again UV sphere. Down. And then add a new mesh. Another sphere. Down. Don't even have to move that one. And then add one more sphere. Now we're going to texture our stuff. Now before we texture, we're going to go to a top view, hit 7, and we're going to select our light, hit G to grab, and move it to the front. So when we render, the light will be on the front of our subject. Go back to 1. Now we want to select the gingerbread man himself. Go to materials. I think materials is good, except specularity. We don't want this to be that shiny, so we'll bring it down to 2 or 3. Now go to materials. Now we want to use nodes, so click use nodes.